Hello, my name is Maria Luiza Peruzzo, and today I will present a purpose strategy for Nestle. After COVID-19, the society significantly changed, creating the necessity for business to adapt to all the world's changes and adjust to the new world. Nestle is one of the largest food and beverage companies and works to reach one and only one purpose: enhance a healthier and happier lifestyle through providing good quality food to the world. Nestle bases all its activities around this purpose, ensuring respect to the customers, employees, and for diversity. They try to create a familiar approach aiming for happiness for generations. This approach personalizes the service and makes both customers and employees feel part of the brand. A valuable trait after COVID-19 that created the need for more humanistic approach among business. This differs from the competitor's approach that, despite providing a customer-centric purpose, do not focus on the cozy feeling displayed by Nestlé. One example is the Mars purpose statement that values freedom and efficacy. When it comes to the company's value chain, Nestlé does all types of activities, such as inbound and outbound logistics, operations, services, infrastructure, marketing and sales, technological development, and human resources management, all relevant for the organization's performance. Overall, Nestlé has a good performance with its value chain activity and showed great adaptability during the COVID-19 pandemic. The company has rapidly addressed employees and consumer needs, becoming an example in the industry. In inbound logistics, for example, ingredient availability is guaranteed by a large network worldwide, which also ensures a sustainable background for every product. This activity, in this activity, small business and local farmers gain prominence, enforcing the company's familiar approach. The outbound logistics are now behind, reaching customer demands timely while reducing carbon footprints by the usage of electrical products. Most of the company's activities are boosted by technological developments that enhances efficacy. Nestlé has entered the market trend and did collaborations with different companies to improve their value chain performance. This, this, this is good not only to increase efficacy, but also to create brand awareness. PepsiCo and Mars, Nestlé's main competitors, adopt this strategy in their marketing activities to create customer engagement. Some of the most valuable collaborations established by Nestlé were with Musimas in our inbound logistics and Maersk in our outbound logistics, and OpenSC to improve technological development. Most of Nestlé's collaborations impacted in the sustainable development goals established by ONU in a positive way, which made them of great value for the company. For example, the collaboration with Maersk decreased seaborne gases by providing eco-friendly transportation. The collaboration with Musimas has also made its impact by reducing deforestation and enhancing participation of local farmers. Nestle competitors show a similar impact on the SDG, which presumes that Nestle is doing well on that aspect. PepsiCo, for example, focuses its impacts on reducing global warming issues. It would be advantageous to innovate on the SDG impact to stand out in the market. Those economically, socially, and environmentally sustainable practices are extremely valued in the market, and they open up in discussions to how business should approach social and environmental trends. Before, it was acceptable that all companies from all industries followed the same social policy. However, now each business must have a more personalized way of approaching those trends on their own areas of action. In the food and beverage industry, people are now focusing on obesity and alcohol abuse. They look for an honest position from the companies, but such topics are not yet common among business reports. Nestle, for instance, demonstrated real action on environmental issues, sharing their knowledge and solutions with customers and their partners, which represents a good trait of the company. However, there is no action on the most valued topics nowadays, which is an opportunity for improvement. Generally, Nestle is performing well. The key performance indicators are above the market average. When it comes to the financial KPI, for example, Nestle presented a revenue of 162.72 billion Australian dollars, way higher than Mars, for example, which produced 79.2 billion Australian dollars of revenue. Additionally, with 7.2% of internal growth and high return rates for shareholders, it is evident the great financial performance of the company. On the other hand, the sustainability KPI presented a variety of sustainable activities involving packaging, reduction of carbon emissions, responsible sourcing, and so on. The company has an average performance on sustainable practices, presenting similar activities from PepsiCo and Mars. A relevant indicator for Nestle's performance is the operational KPI. It showed to be one of the best performances in the market, especially during COVID-19. The organization's large network and big investments in inbound and outbound logistics improved the efficacy of the manufacturing process. Moreover, it helped to maintain the delivery in time, creating a reliable environment for customers. This trust was reinforced by the company's commitment to producing quality food and getting food safety certificates to guarantee that. This was a valuable aspect of their operations that enhanced customer loyalty. Lastly, their sales indicator evidenced that the company is successfully reaching a high amount of people and pets. The company seems to be working well in adapting its products to the different demands of customers and has increased sales, especially on coffee and pet food. The company is useful to all its target markets. However, it's important to stand out that the sales of plant-based products, for example, have not increased and is actually stabilized. This caused a slight decrease in the company's results, which indicates the necessity of improving the marketing strategies for this type of product. Considering to continue with the plant-based products, although they've been stabilized, enforces the description of Nestle's customer relationship. The organization is customer-centric, but in a way that it develops in the clients the necessity for their products. Nestle has a wide variety of products, and because of that, it's difficult to create a highly customer-centric strategy. So the company creates specific products for some groups and creates the necessity of those elements in the groups. This differs a bit from PepsiCo approach, for example, that is clear about delivering the most customer-centric approach they can. They create more individualized products, which in some cases could be seen as a better approach for clients that would relate easier to the brand. However, this is not a type of approach that works for all the types of brands. Both companies found their best way to reach their customers based on their target markets and product availability. And so, Nestle is well positioned in their customer relationship, especially in the society after COVID-19 that is looking for an approach that unites people rather than separates them. Nestle established significant partnerships over the years. Those were important to clarify Nestle's position in some topics such as deforestation, accordance with human rights, and scientific innovation. Some examples of that are their collaborations with the University of California that provide the microbiome innovation, their collaboration with IFRC to help the development of COVID-19 vaccination, and the partnership with Musim that reduced deforestation. All the structure displayed about Nestlé runs within its organizational culture. Nestlé's organizational culture is more inclined to a mean orientation, as described by Hofstede, although it also values goal orientation. It focuses on the ethical and integrated solutions, while orientates and encourages the achievement of determined goals. They display a more disciplined work culture with a solid hierarchy to maintain efficacy. The autonomy and creativity of the collaborators are encouraged under the limits of authority. For this purpose, the communication is clear and brief. This totally differs from Mars' organizational culture. Mars focuses on one principle: freedom, the individuality and autonomy of employees. Although Nestlé offers a diversified and flexible environment, the sense of union through the well-established hierarchy limits people's potential and performance. Mars' strategy for organizational culture lies in the idea of internal and external motivation to promote a better work environment and allow employees to be more participative and active in the company's process. Therefore, Nestle could maintain its hierarchy while improving open communication and autonomy between the collaborators, expanding the capacity of decision making at work among the members of the organization can create a more efficient atmosphere. Besides, this strategy reinforces the idea of diversity of thoughts and approaches valued by the company. In the way, it's clear that not many changes are necessary in Nestlé's purpose strategy. However, some small adjustments must be done to improve the company's performance. Here is my reference list, and thank you for listening. Have a great day.